Under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago White Sox and the Seattle Mariners. Nick Margevicius gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty V, a little bit of a mixed bag with this guy. An ERA of over 4 in his last 3 starts. He's either been really good or really bad, and recently he's been more bad than good.
Batting second, the second baseman, Nick Madrigal.
Into the box now, Nick Madrigal. He was not much of a factor at the plate during yesterday's win as he took an 0 for 4 line. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. And fellas, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners at the start of play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Row, now I guess it's time where you push that go button. You're getting a little sense of urgency. They find themselves in 3rd place, and if they want to be part of the postseason picture, it's time to get going and get going pronto.
Yeah, it's taken too long for this team to carve out any identity for themselves. They're going to have to find a way to get on a roll. Offensively or pitch better, something's got to change.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He comes in today leading the American League in batting for the season.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lewis waits on it. And that's the 3rd out. White Sox down on just 4 pitches. Now it'll be the M's turn. No score. Dylan Cease, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Stepping in, Dylan Moore. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. Now the pitch. Too high to start the inning. It's 1-0. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They begin this series feeling pretty good about the way things have gone as they come in riding a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead. You start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
The 1-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. Headed after it is Mazzara. He's there and records the 1st out.
Batting second, the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. Pair of hits in 5 trips to the plate in yesterday's game. Here comes the first pitch. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, D-Row, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Batting third, the center fielder, Kyle Lewis.
Coming to the plate now, Kyle Lewis. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Now the pitch. Line hard, but foul. 2 out, nobody on. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Mariners are down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. So striding in, Eloy Jimenez. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting race.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
First pitch of the at-bat.
0-1.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Lewis waits on it. 1 down.
That is fifth. The catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And up next, the switch hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
0-1's the count.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Giving chase is Henniger. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
That is fifth. The center fielder, Luis Robert.
Digging in, Luis Robert. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win. First pitch on its way. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Waiting on it is Henniger. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Striding into the box, Mitch Henniger. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
What pitch recognition right there. 90% of the guys are going fishing after that nasty slider.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
one of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off-speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off-speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. 289 is the average coming in. 15 long balls and 51 runs batted in. The 0-1 delivery. Fouled away. Bottom of the second here with no score. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. This pitch is popped up. Moncada waits on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting 6, the first baseman, Jose Marmolejos.
Set to go now, Jose Marmolejos, as he's been in a pretty good stretch over the last 10 or so ball games. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's a ball.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and a strike.
Look out, 1-1.
Two balls and a strike to the Mariners' first baseman. All even now, 2-2. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
And now a pitch on the way. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
The average has been good, 306 to start the day. A dozen home runs and 38 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 13 for him on the year as the White Sox move in front 2-0.
Normally this matchup is the last thing you want to see, left on left, but he kept his front shoulder square, stayed in that at bat, and absolutely demolished that baseball.
In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara as he lines it out to center. Lewis is there, and he has it for the first out.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Tim.
One out here in the Chi Sox third. And up next, it'll be Tim Anderson. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied into straightaway right. And this is hauled in just shy of the track out there for out number 2.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Nick Madrigal.
Digging in to try it again, Nick Madrigal. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes this the other way to right. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Now batting.
And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So here's Jose Abreu as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Lined hard toward right center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. Ready now, Ty France, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. And he misses with it. 1-1.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. This one's down to third.
Moncada fields it cleanly.
Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Batting 8, the left fielder, number 8.
Into the box now, Jake Fraley. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. So far this season, Fraley comes into action carrying a slugging line above 470. Obviously a potent hitter looking to do some damage right here. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you...
Play ball.
And that'll bring in Tom Murphy, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Well located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Count still at 1-2. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They trail things here 2-0. New inning set to get underway, and next it'll be the outfielder Eloy Jimenez.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Left center, base hit. Running hard, he's digging for second. And the White Sox get something going here. It's a leadoff double.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, Dero. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball.
And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 3-0 game.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Boy, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box, and he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to get, and boy, he sure turned it loose and buggy whipped that one.
So here's Yoan Moncada. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And that's in there. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Into the box, Brian Goodwin, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He homered back in the third inning in this one. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Oh, and this deflects right off him. 1 run scores. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate, and he is in there.
Man, I feel for him, but you've got to call a spade, right? He's really struggling. The sample size is 3+ innings, and in that time, he's given up 8 hits, so it might be time to cut your losses and make a change out there.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden, and we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Eric Swanson answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Eric Swanson.
To the plate now, Nomar Mazara. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. This will kick up against the wall now. And the second run will score, as this suddenly is now a 7-0 ball game.
They just keep pouring it on this inning. That's 5 runs so far, and they're not finished yet. They've been teeing off on everything they see, and they're showing no signs of stopping anytime soon.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if the hitter expands the zone.
Mazara leads off second with nobody out. And now a 2-strike bunt attempt here as this one's down. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Nick Madrigal.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Madrigal. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. And, I'm not sure you can get fooled worse than that. It's 0-1.
Step out of the box and wash that one off, because that was an ugly swing.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Swanson benefits from the fact that he throws a lot of strikes, doesn't walk many batters. However, there have been occasions where he's been hit around a bit.
And that's one of the keys when you're managing a guy like this. If he's on, you're going to see him attack hitters, and when he's not, he's more prone to giving up base hits, so you have to have the bullpen ready if it's one of those days that he doesn't have it.
0-2, here it is. Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jose Abreu.
Stepping into the box, Jose Abreu. He was robbed of a hit in his last at-bat, so he'll try to change his fortunes here.
Yeah, you got to control the controllables, Matty. All you can do is put barrel to baseball and see what happens. You cannot control the defensive wizardry on the other side.
0-1 the count. He's set, now the pitch. Line drive to center field. That's in there, base hit. The relay, the tag, and he's out going for second. That'll end the inning, but they do score one on the play. But they manage to bat around as 9 men come to the plate and 6 of them score. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And the White Sox are out in front 8-0. At the plate, Dylan Moore back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this pitch on the way. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
Now here's the pitch. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
Standing in now, J.P. Crawford. As with 1 away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, 0-2 the count to Crawford. Hit hard to short. Anderson picks it up. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
The center fielder, number 1, Kyle Lewis.
Now at the plate, Kyle Lewis. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
First pitch on its way. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Mariners are down in order. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Welcome back to T-Mobile Park in Seattle as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it was clear his guys were locked into their at-bats from the very first pitch, and that's something they emphasized in the pregame meetings. He's happy they got the message, as now they've gotten into the bullpen, and they put up some solid run production in the early part of this game.
Thank you, Heidi. Ready for another shot now. Eloy Jimenez. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
Well, now the Mariners get some action in the bullpen as a left-hander's begun to get loose. The windup and the 0-1. Left field and deep. Going back is the left fielder at the track. Gone to lead off the inning. It's a solo home run for Eloy Jimenez. 29 home runs for him on the year as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
And here's the switch hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He's certainly got this guy on the defensive.
1-2 to the White Sox catcher.
2 strikes.
Base is empty here with nobody out. Pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Lewis. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Final line there for the Mariners starting pitcher. And clearly he was off his game this evening.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, Yohan Moncada.
Digging in the switch hitter, Yohan Moncada, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Well, if you're looking for pop, he definitely has more pop, more home run potential hitting from the left side. This is his power side.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Crawford gloves it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. White Sox able to add on thanks to the solo home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's the White Sox 9 and the Mariners nothing. Welcome back to T-Mobile Park in Seattle as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mariners manager to discuss his thoughts on Seattle's offense so far. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
For the Mariners,
all right, thanks, Heidi.
Mitch Haniger.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Mitch Haniger is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. Pitch on the way. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Haniger, a California-born ball player. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. Fly ball out toward left center field. Robert will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Stepping up now, Kyle Seager comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
Pitching a little bit backwards in this situation, I'd expect a hitter to be sitting off speed.
No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Seager behind with an 0-2 count.
pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
At the plate, Jose Marmolejos. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Robert is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and standing in is the DH, Brian Goodwin. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Fraley has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Up next for Chicago, the right fielder, Nomar Mazara.
Now at the plate, Nomar Mazara. He's 1 for 2 in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air out to center field. Lewis is under this one. And there's the second out of the inning.
The bat, number 7, shortstop, Tim Anderson.
Up next for Chicago, Tim Anderson. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First delivery to him on the way. Bullet back up the middle. Lewis is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. 1-2-3 go the White Sox, but they'll live with it as they hold a 9-0 lead. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Ty France. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Into the box now, Jake Fraley. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Oh, and that is right down the middle for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a miss, maybe even a foul tip, but it's held onto behind the plate for out number 2.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
So now to the plate, Tom Murphy. And he fouls this one off. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Two out, nobody on. Ground ball right into the shift. Moncada has it. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the 6th consecutive inning here. 7th inning coming up. It's the White Sox 9 and the Mariners nothing. 7th inning ready to roll, and set to go is the second baseman, Nick Madrigal.
Nick Madrigal.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Aaron Fletcher enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Aaron Fletcher.
Stepping in now, Jose Abreu. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And this one is gone. A home run. A 2-run home run off the bat of Jose Abreu, number 26.
Now play ball. Play ball.
Next for Seattle, Dylan Moore, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
One away for Seattle now in inning number 7. And that brings up the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. One out, nobody on. Hit out towards second. And that's a base hit. So the perfect game bid ends in the 7th. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game. So the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty B, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint.
Hit high and deep to left field. Back on it is the left fielder. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, number 14 on the season, but that'll do little more than make a dent in this big deficit.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows, finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat, being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Now batting.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Mitch Haniger the next to bat. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Yeah, and I think he might have lulled himself into a false sense of security out there. Prior to this inning, he was pitching a shutout, but now he's starting to look a little off.
In now, Kyle Seager.
He swings and sends it in the air out to left center.
Jimenez will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Jose Marmolejos.
Digging in now for the Mariners, Jose Marmolejos. Here's the first pitch to him. Facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Marmolejos carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Hit in the air to center field. Robert will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The White Sox lead this one 15-2. Ready to begin the 8th, and one of the more prolific RBI men in the league the last few years, Jose Abreu, will bat next.
Let's play ball. Ball 4, big space. Out. 3.
In now the Mariners DH, Ty France. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Aaron Bummer is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 39, Aaron Bummer.
He's set. Here it comes. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through at 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Bummer, a 6'3" left-hander. He was selected in the 19th round during the 2014 draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
And it's fouled away. Now another 0-2. Skied into very shallow right. Mazzara is in a few steps as he takes it for the first out.
Now batting, number 8.
Digging in, Jake Fraley. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off. Ready with the 0-2. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
To the plate now, Tom Murphy, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. No hits to this point. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. Mariners are down in order, and they remain well behind. At the plate, Brian Goodwin. Lifetime against this pitcher. Not great. He's 1 for 8.
Brian Goodwin.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game. Wow, have a day. He's just completed the cycle, folks.
Wow, one of the toughest things to do in baseball, right? Hit for the cycle in 1 game, single, double, triple, homer, all in 1 game. Congratulations.
Standing in now, Nomar Mazara, as he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly. Stepping into the box, Nick Madrigal. He's looking for his third hit of the ball game here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted into center field. Chasing after it is Lewis. Around first, digging for two. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
I think they're way past due changing their approach to this guy. Whatever they're doing strategy-wise, it's not working. That's his third double of the game, so he's feeling pretty good at this one.
At the plate, Jose Abreu drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field, a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Man, I think I've run out of superlatives to talk about their offensive production in this one. Some teams don't score 17 runs in a 4-game set, let alone in one game here. It's been incredible.
Now at the plate, Eloy Jimenez trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. From the stretch, here's the pitch. High and deep to straightaway right. And he will crash into the wall, but hold on to it there for the final out of the inning. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. So back to the top of the Seattle lineup, digging in, Dylan Moore, starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit back up the middle. Anderson scoops it up. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint. But nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
So now to the plate, J.P. Crawford, as he'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike one. Popped him up. Moncada ranging into the outfield. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 1, Kyle Lewis.
Digging in once again, Kyle Lewis. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Standing in, Mitch Haniger. He singled his last time up. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
0-1.
Late that time for a strike. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
This game might be over for all intents and purposes, but somebody forgot to tell this guy. He's a grinder, and he's going to approach every at-bat like it's his last. Does it again here and delivers a double into the gap.
At the plate now, Kyle Seager, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Anderson brings it in. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
17-2 in tonight's game. The Chicago White Sox led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Dylan Cease with his 4th win this season as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Nick Margevicius allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 9 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.